Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the DFS Quarry channel for another edition of the First Dig Show for the NHL DFS slate for January 15th, 2021. It's a 5-game slate on Friday. This will be the last video we post until we'll do one Sunday night for the Monday slate. If you could, please like, subscribe to the channel, share us out. Don't forget to hit that bell icon so you get all the notifications when we do post a new video. Before we dive into the slate, let me just say a quick word about Draftdashboard.com. If you're looking for an online research site, optimizer, cheat sheet, everything you need to know all in one spot, go over, check out Draftdashboard.com. It's really clean, nicely laid out slate. What you're looking at now on the screen is obviously for the slate that we're currently on. We're recording this and some games haven't even started yet, but you do get projected ownership. This red icon here is for watch player. You click on that, watch them. Any news or anything like that, you'll get alerted. And it also will put these guys, anybody you have watched, into the optimizer lineups, before anybody else. So there's a link in the description below, so just go over there, click on that link, check out draftdashboard.com. Also, there is a link in the description below. We have a DFS Quarry Viewers League. You gotta watch a video to click on the link, man. Check us out on Twitter at JoeMiner31, at JSMiner87. Jared is with me tonight for this video. You can also follow the channel at DFS Quarry. We do have a Discord channel as well. If you want to get that, hit us up on. I post a link every day in the DFS Quarry channel, or at DFS Quarry on Twitter. So sorry about that. Let's dive into it. Jared, you ready to get started? How you doing?
Doing well. Well, tonight it's slow going. I know I got a lot of action here in the later games. So kind of too early to say. Yesterday I did pretty good to start the year off. 29th out of 356 in one of the, I think it was like the 5K or 1500 contest. So I'm starting the year off real good, and it's just hoping that my knowledge and my breakdowns work out right, and you play the right combinations.
That's all we can ask for, right?
That's right.
So let's go ahead. We'll get into it. Again, we're going to go position by position. That seems to be working out well. And at the end, we will build a lineup, or a rough outline of a lineup anyway. And Jared and I will also give 3 top stacks we each like for tomorrow. Keep in mind, everybody, this is a first look, so it's not like we've done any research or anything. And as I've already said, Thursday's games, quite a few haven't even started yet. So let's jump into it. Jared, start us off. Top tier centers. I believe you said we're going to go 6K and above for our top tier.
Yeah, 6K and above for centers here. And these guys are, guys you see a lot in different contests here, but we don't like to mention everyone. So we do give you who we think's the best here. McKinnon on top here. We called him the other day, right? And he got 3.5. And even with my 29th lineup, I had him in with 3.5. So he kind of killed me the other night. But let's go back to the well. He's in play. Austin Matthews here is my favorite top tier center here, going up against a newly revamped Ottawa team. Guys, I mean, scrimmages are not preseason. They're not training. They are what that is. No contact makes a lot of difference. So I look for Austin Matthews to definitely take advantage of some guys where chemistry is just not there for Ottawa yet. And then I'm going to go here for my third pick here is Evgeny Malkin at 6,800 here. He was definitely mentioned a lot in the Pittsburgh News, is the guys thought he would come out in the third, when they could tie the game and come out with some adrenaline, and him and Rust and that line was pretty stale. So I look for that news to generate to a very angry Evgeny Malkin, maybe a potential power play goal or get some point action there.
I agree with McKinnon. I'm also on Matthews. I didn't see the Malkin coming, but okay. Um, I'll just add in obviously Jack Eichel with Buffalo and Hall. I think that'll be fine there. Braden Point had a good game out against Chicago, first game out of the season. Why not? And as well as John Tavares, he had a good game against Montreal. Uh, 6,400. You know what I mean? You can't really, last game was 11.8 points. It was 6,400. And again, he's going up against Ottawa. We're probably going to mention quite a few Leafs here. Um, that's all I have to add there as far as that goes for our top tier. Jared, take us down to the mid range here.
All right, just mid range. We're looking at 4,500 up to the 5,900 price tag here. For me, the name Ryan O'Reilly pops in. He's taken a really big role with St. Louis, especially since that cup run. So he's really meshed well there. And also, Nicholas Backstrom having a big game against Buffalo right now that's currently going. It might even be final at this point or close to it, but, huge points for that Backstrom line there. Him and I know him and Ovechkin. I don't know offhand what their totals are, but I seen some Flames by their name. So I think you can go back to the well with Washington tomorrow as well. And I'm going to leave it off there. Like you said, there's not too many choices here. So
Yeah, I agree, but I think I'm going to jump right back on Philly here, man. I liked him the other night. Nothing's changed. I like him again tomorrow here on Friday. So Hayes and Couturier, why not? I think they're both playable tomorrow at that price tag. And other than that, again, I mentioned him last time out, Nazim Kadri here. I look, he had a great game. 7 shots on goal, and a power play goal. And an assist. What can you say? I like Kadri. He's getting a top power play look too, man. Why not? I like Kadri, and that's all I got. The mid range is not very appealing as far as that goes. Go ahead and take us down to Value Town, Jared.
all right, we're in Value Town, and your scroll bar gets pretty long to look at these listed guys here. So I'm going to try to keep it within 3 here, and I'm going first on the list here. We're looking down around 3,100. Robert Thomas for St. Louis, a pair of assists in the first game against Colorado. He's on that second line center at like I said, a 3,100 price tag. They're saying that potentially he could get Mike Hoffman if immigrations are cleared up. He could be there. But other than that, it's looking like he could have Jaden Schwartz on his left line as the winger option for him. So Robert Thomas is in a good spot for me. I can't even ignore Tyler Bozak here right underneath as well. Another assist for him in that game. I don't know if it's going to be as big of a blowout in this one here, but I like both those St. Louis guys at a very cheap price. And, going down, I mean, 2,500 is a lot of them. You can almost leave off. You might find one or so into the slums there a little bit. But why not Mark Jankowski down here at 2,800? Scored that goal, had an assist in the first one. He really likes it. He had some really good things to say about the Penguins locker room. Obviously, take it for what it is. He's not going to come out and say, I hate being here, obviously, but he seems like he's hit another gear playing on that Penguins team, that has some guys that have won the Stanley Cup multiple times. So he's got excitement.
I really don't have much to add. I don't really care for Value Town here too much for the Friday slate. But why not take a look? He had a good game too. Anthony Cirelli, Tampa Bay. Insane matchup against Chicago again, and you're going to notice as a theme and throughout the season, a lot of these with the way the format in the league is set up here this year, we're going to have a lot of back-to-backs, a lot of 2-3 games in a row, the same teams, whatever. Um, so Anthony Cirelli, 4,300. Why not? 19 minutes. I guess he didn't have a good game. 5.6. And the only other the person I want to look at here, man, Jared, you and I have talked over the course of summer, off season, and for a couple of years here. I'm an Audible fan. Josh Norris on that top line with Brady Kachuk, and Drake. I'm a lawyer. Patterson, dude. Yeah, I really like that, man. I really do. So Josh Norris, 3K. Toronto's defense is not good. They'll give up goals. I don't know how well these guys are going to skate together, whatever. But I'm willing to take a shot at 3K on Josh Norris. And that's all I got for Value Town. So, Jared, we're going to move over to the wingers.
All right, wingers. Pretty much the position really makes or breaks it, right? I'm going to even mention 4 here. Guys, we're going to look at Steven Stamkos here. Chicago just doesn't have an elite team to even stop these guys at any level. Stamkos, I think, took one period before he finally got a little into the action, and he had a great game in that first game. So Steven Stamkos there. You just echoed the sentence that I was writing down at the same time here. Brady Kachuk. At 6,600, Toronto's goaltending along with defense is suspect at best, and probably one of the main reasons they haven't, projected well into the playoffs with that roster. Looking at Taylor Hall here, like you said, go over to that, join our chat board there to get lineup action here, because the goalies are where it comes in at. Who's going to start on all these back-to-backs? You're not getting a lot of action, so you're going to need to keep up to date with that. I know Left Wing Lock has a projection of Vitek Vanasek on their projections for tomorrow on that back-to-back. So they're not going to play that Samsonov. Maybe that's even due to watching his injury he had in the offseason last year, due to that the accident he was in. So I'm going to look at Taylor Hall is that next pick. Buffalo tomorrow, especially if Washington plays that goaltending there. I think Taylor Hall is going to be in a really good spot. And last but not least, Mitchell Martyr. I'm going to pair him up with Matthews in the lineup, I can say for sure.
But we're pretty much right on point with each other. The only person I'll add Alex Ovechkin. I mean, it's Alex Ovechkin. Period. That's all that needs to be said about that. Obviously, Patrick Kane, same way, 6,900. That's not a bad price. Mikko Rantanen in Colorado, 6,800. He skates alongside, arguably one of the best centers in the league, and McKinnon. So I like both those guys as well. I don't see no problem in playing either one of those. Jared, we're identical. I think we're both letting off Gensel there and Palat. And I think it's for obvious reasons. I just don't think that Gensel and those guys are on the same page yet. Take us down to Value Town.
All right.
Or no, I'm sorry. Mid-range.
Mid-range here. So mid-range here, obviously, I'm going to start right at the top here, near the top anyway. William Nielander. I think he had a goal in the first game for Toronto last night, so he's in play here going against that Ottawa. Ottawa starting Murray in that, so new face for him. Jaden Schwartz. I was talking about Value Town with Rob Thomas there, so maybe you could see a stack with running Schwartz there. Looking in the first game there, he had an assist, 4 shots on goal, and a +2. So some good action there for him at that 5,500. Not super in love with it. I like Tom Wilson as well, and that's going to be a little bit of probably a little contrarian or something you might not hear a lot. He's at a really, at least the last I looked, he was at straight 0 here. I don't look for that to continue here in a back-to-back against Buffalo here, so I look for him to be in a spot. Here's one where I'm going to ride the streak here. Joel Farabe, I'm going to leave him at 4. Oh, nope, he's in our value talent. I'm jumping ahead here, but yeah, I think I'm going to leave it at right at that spot, leaving at Wilson here. So that's where I'm at.
I don't mind that, and I think we're both on Washington here a little bit as well. I too like Nielander. I like Oshie here. Nothing to really show you here, but uh, I think Oshie had a couple of assists going there tonight, maybe, or something like that. Last I looked, I'm pretty certain he had a point. But I like Oshie. Burakovsky, I believe he had a goal the other night. Maybe not, maybe an assist. Oh, he had a goal and an assist. I'm sorry. But I do like Burakovsky. Again, 5K. That's not a bad price tag. And last one I'll mention here, mid-range, Jakub Vrana. Uh, you know, Jakub Vrana is good. I like him. I think he had a point tonight too. I'll let the mid-range at that. Jared, Value Town. I kind of like the value here as far as wingers go.
Yeah, wingers get pretty fun there in Value Town for sure here. So I'm going to start it off where I jumped ahead. Joel Farabe. I'm still going to like it. I think one of his goals are one of, the points that he did get off the goals. And he did have, a couple points in that first game were off some weak goals in the third period, bad rebound control by Jari. But, why not? How long is that going to continue, right? So I'm going to take a shot there. I like Alex DeBrincat here. As a 4,200 play. I don't know if Tampa holds Chicago just to 1 goal in this second game in their back-to-back there. Sort of a back-to-back. I think that they had today as a day break. But so Alex DeBrincat here is a second option. Keep an eye out for Kasperi Kapanen here. I'm not sure. It's a 7-day quarantine as a Saturday, so he will be out again tomorrow, unfortunately. And you know what? I'm going to take a chance here. Jason Zucker as well at the 3,800 price tag. And I think I even have one more. I think I'm going Joe Thornton on this slate, Joe. I'm jumping on the Joe bandwagon here for tomorrow to get his. I think it'd be his first point, right? And as a Toronto uniform, he had one last night.
I'm pretty certain he did not. I don't think he played a lot, actually. Yeah, he was on the ice for 15 minutes. Oh, he did have maybe that. I don't know if this is updated these stats, and I did not look, but it's showing an assist. But I don't know if that's right because he only had 5 fantasy points. I don't know. Whatever. I'd have to dig into that. But that's all you got for Value Town?
Yeah, I don't want to give all the trade secrets, right?
I tell you what. Again, same as the other night. I'm on that top line. I like Travis Konechny. I don't believe you mentioned him. 4,400, still too cheap, I think. Alex Killorn, as well, 3,900. I think that's too cheap. He'll be skating alongside Cirelli. So I do like Killorn. Tage Thompson, he's on that top line. You guys know. I don't know what he did tonight, but he's on that top line with Hall and Eichel. I think I could be on the top line of Buffalo with Hall and Eichel and probably walk into a point or two. And I don't even know how to skate. So,
yeah, he's at least had an assist. I remember seeing that on the stat board.
Well, there you go. At 3,700, I'll take that. Moving on down, 3,500. You guys starting to see a pattern? Call me nuts. I don't know. Give me some Drake, the lawyer Patterson. I like it. The top line is so cheap. Ottawa, again, same thing. Toronto, no defense. And again, Philly top line. Oscar Lindblom. They raised his price $300. This is not updated. I believe he had like 18.7 points the other night or something like that at 2,700. Guys, we did not miss the train here yet with Lindblom. So get back on board. I'm telling you, this kid is good, really good, and he's skating with a good defensive or a good centerman, good two-way centerman, and Sean Couturier. And I like the other young cat with him, Travis Konechny. I like that top line of Philly again. Jared, let's move over to defense, which defense in my opinion is ugly tomorrow. Go ahead, start us off there at the top.
Yeah,
where we
you're
going?
right.
We're going down to what in defense?
Yeah,
top tier.
this one here we look above 5K.
Okay,
So
yeah,
I think
5K.
we have 9 options here, 10 options. But you know what? Even out of those, you get pretty good saturation in wanting to play them. So tomorrow, I'm looking at John Carlson. Big numbers for him tonight. Big numbers, I think, again tomorrow. You know, like I said, Buffalo's got some new faces, and I think you're going to see some defensive lapses that aid in points for guys that are used to being on the ice with the same people. So you do look at that Washington team, and although they're getting older, similar to the Penguins, they've been around with each other. So you see John Carlson on the ice with Oshie, Backstrom, Ovechkin, those guys. He knows where they're going to be, and that's why they're going to be some value there. Chris Letang, I like Pitt to capitalize on a power play tomorrow, and if they do, Chris Letang's a part of that. So I think he's in play. And last but not least, sorry, Ottawa. I hope, I hope good things for you, but not tomorrow, as I'm on Morgan Riley as well.
We're not far off. We only skipped one. Well, no, I'm sorry. I'm not on Carlson. I lean towards Hedman for the extra 100. I think it's a better matchup. So that's the only difference. If I'm going to play John Carlson, I just feel that I may as well pay that extra 100 and get Hedman and find $100 somewhere else. But the one you didn't mention here, Thomas Chabot, man. This kid is good. He is a good rising superstar centerman. Look what he averaged last year. 26 minutes ice time. 26 minutes. At 5,600, give me some Thomas Chabot. All day, every day. And I do agree with you. Definitely on your Morgan Riley call. Obviously, it's power play time. Riley, whatever. I agree. Jared, give us some mid-range here. And what are we going down to here? 3,500 or 3K?
3,500 for this one.
Okay.
And I'm looking up here just to see if I can't get some power play time. Some good names I'm looking at. I'm looking at Ryan Graves here. I'm trying to see here if he gets any power play. He does get third line pairing here, but I thought he was on the power play for Colorado, but could be thinking of someone else. You never know, right? Yeah, he's not on there. So
I would think he would be with McCarr there.
Yeah, well, yeah, I was thinking line 2, obviously, but so up to 4,900. You look at this, not a lot here actually of what I'm looking at. I know Devon Toews was off the ice for at least a period. He did come back, but I know he had sustained something here. So, my God, I'm gonna go. I guess Jake Muzzin's potentially in play at that 4,300 price tag. I'm really looking to attack Ottawa at all directions here, so I would look at Jake Muzzin here. I certainly had some offensive skills in the Kings area. I think we still yet to see that kind of elite defenseman skill he kind of had at the Kings, which brought him over to Toronto. So Jake Muzzin in play. Maybe boy, I like Rasmus Dahlin a little bit more than Ristolainen here. I'm going to save the 300 if I play into there, but I don't want to get too heavy on them because I don't necessarily know that I'm going to go that way. And maybe Ryan McDonough here at 3,500 as well could be a potential play. But if I'm being honest, and I'm giving you guys who I think could score some points there, I'm probably keeping all these guys off, to be honest, Joe. What do you think here? Mid-tier? Maybe I would just go low tier and to value town if I'm going to spend on defensemen.
I happen to agree with you. I mean, I don't like really the mid-tier too much. Um, but I mean, if you do want to go here, Miguel Sergachev at 4,800, down in Tampa Bay, I like that a little bit, and I also like Rasmus Dahlin at 4,100 there. But that's about it. It's whatever. And actually, Value Town is not much for me there either. But go ahead, take us down there, Value Town.
All right, Value Town, i.e., can I find a guy who sneaks in an assist to help me in the contest, right? Isn't that the way it goes? We'll mention it again. When you're looking at these guys, you want to look at the block shots. It's rare, it's almost like the old dime a dozen. It's not a dime a dozen, so to speak, at all, but putting in a little dollar on the roulette wheel and hoping your number hits, I guess is the way I can describe it when you're looking to get a goal in Value Town here. So look for that shot bonus. Where can you get here? So we're looking at underneath the 3,500 range. Cole DeHaan here at Chicago. Or Calvin DeHaan, excuse me. I think you could see some action that way, certainly against the Tampa Bay team that really is going to own the ice again tomorrow. He could be in line for that block shot bonus. Not sure I want to spend 3,400. I'd probably look to some more price savings here, and that might be where Nikita Zadorov for Chicago comes in at that 2,900 price tag. So keep that in mind. He's newer to them, but potential there. Marcus Patterson, he does get at least ice time here at 2,800. He's not going to be on that power play at all, but you're looking at ice time, and he does at least garner some ice time, I think, on that second pairing. Don't play Matheson because goals against don't get you points. And really, I think that's where I'm going to leave. I'm not really being a big fan on anything on this defenseman. I think I'm either going elite defenseman here or going for the 2,800 price savings so I can play more offensive power.
Only thing I got down here really, maybe Vince Dunn here at 3,200. He'll see some power play time for St. Louis there. And then I drop down. I'll give you a $2,700 guy, Adam Boquist here for Chicago. I believe he does also get some power play time, so I'd be okay with that. Again, it's 2,700. You got to take a chance somewhere. And one more below him yet, 2,600 is Joker. I believe it's Joker Haru. For Buffalo, I don't know what he did tonight here, but 2,600. What I'm going to tell you. He's 2,600.
I'm going to jump back in and add one more. Eric Gustafsson at that 2,900 price tag. He did have 2 power play assists. So at 2,900, if they're utilizing him on the power play, I didn't know they were doing that. He's also in play.
Sure. I'll agree there. 2,900. All right. Jared, give me a couple goalies. Again, it's kind of a nightmare tomorrow, so we're not going to really spend too much time here.
Nah, I mean, if I'm going goalies, I'm going for the win here. Vasilevsky, a good showing. He gives you that safe number, right? I mean, he is 8,500, but he gives you that safe number. Toronto's goalie in play, whoever they're going to play. I think they got a very reliable backup over the offseason when it comes to Jack Campbell. So let's see if I can't see projections, at least from that standpoint, for tomorrow real quick for us. They are still projecting Frederik Andersen tomorrow. So keep that in mind. So Toronto's goalie is definitely in play. And yeah, I think I might just keep it at the goaltender, I should say, because like I said, I'm not going to know who for sure until I check our chat board tomorrow to get updated lineups. So I'm looking at Toronto. I'm looking at that Tampa Bay goalie. Even though it's a high price, I'm going to try to lean that way. Because the other games I think are a little bit unpredictable. You look at that St. Louis Colorado game, and easily tomorrow could be Colorado in a 4-1 win, or it could be status quo. Pitt Philly, I don't know if you can really predict what's going to happen, and same with Washington Buffalo. So I'm really zoning in on those two games of Chicago and the Toronto game.
Well, I tell you what, just send out your mass alert right now. Because I'm going to end up saying something here that no one who has ever watched any of our videos would ever expect me to say. But, Jared, I agree. I do like Tampa Bay goalie. I think it'll be Vasilevsky, and I do think it'll be Anderson just because they both had the day off today. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's not like it's an
exactly.
actual back-to-back. So I do think both those guys will garner the start. Same with Carter Hart. I think he'll garner the start. Jari, he'll probably garner the start as well. So Grubauer, Francouz. If it's Grubauer, I look for Grubauer to bounce back. So you could take a shot there. I'm not saying he's a great play, but tournament-wise, why not? I'm probably going to end up spending up as well. But hey, Jared, how about this, buddy? Toronto's going to put up shots, man. Toronto is going to put up shots. I mean, I could easily see Toronto putting up 30-plus shots tomorrow against Ottawa. Matt Murray has one of those games where he stands on his head, gives up a goal, 30 saves and a goal. I'll take it. Maybe sneaks out the win for a tournament dart. I like Matt Murray, 7,100. I like the salary. It's good savings. So that's our goalies. Jared, we're gonna run over. Let's bounce into our top stacks here. Give me 3 top stacks you like.
So we know my favorite picks are really going to be stacking as much of those Toronto powerhouses as I can. So essentially, like I said, I'm paying way down for probably both defensemen in order I can get as much exposure as possible. So I'm looking to do the Austin Matthews. I'm going to defenseman here because I like Morgan Riley as that second pairing, and for the winger, I'm going to head towards Mitch Marner. So that is pretty much my favorite stack of the night, I should say, tomorrow.
All right. Mine are in no particular order. But since you started off at a top tier stack, high price stack, I'm going to give you Braden Point, Alex Killorn, and Victor Hedman from their top power play unit stack, Tampa Bay. Total stack cost is 18.1K. I know it's expensive, but that line, honestly, could combine for 45 points tomorrow. Maybe even 50, 55 points. So I like that top line, that stack from the top power play unit of Tampa Bay. Give me another one, Jared.
One thing I was looking at here, and it goes back to the call me crazy, right? I am going. Definitely, I'm going to try to do a little stack of Ottawa against the Frederick Anderson, right? I mean, you get a large GPP tourney, for example. What are the odds that you're going to see a lot of Toronto playing? So why not take a shot there? So I'm going to go here to that power play line one. Because I'd never trust Frederick Anderson as far, we know where we stand with him. He's up there to where we always assume 3 goals go in against him. So pulling it up here, I like Tkachuk, newly acquired Dadonov, and Thomas Chabot. You even called him earlier for I believe your top tier defenseman. So give me a little bit of that. Dadonov makes his presence known on the power play. With Brady Tkachuk and Thomas Chabot.
My next stack I'm gonna give you. I'm sticking with the same team, man. Ottawa. Give me that top line. Norris, Kachuk, and Patterson from Ottawa. Total cost of the top line 13.1k. 13.1k. I mean, even if they 3x, Jared, that's 39 points. You know what I mean? This top line gets a couple goals here, man. We could easily see these guys kicking some ass, buddy. So yeah, give me that top line, Ottawa. Do you have one more?
I mean, I think the one more when you're looking at sort of safe, but sort of you want points. I mean, essentially that's why we play the game, right? I'm going to that Tampa line. Give me Victor Hedman. Give me Braden Point, and give me Stamkos. Big expense there, but it's possible, right? I mean, I'm looking here, and I just named my two stacks, right, and I put them in the lineup. Both stacks, the Ottawa stack I just mentioned, the Tampa stack. I need three positions to fill: a center, a goalie, and a utility. And I got an average cost of 4,300 left. So I could build those two stacks probably and find a little bit. When you look at these GPPs, it's essentially you could find that last third stack to pair in, and it could turn into the gold mine and win you the contest. So I'm going that stack.
My last and final stack I'm gonna give you is Couturier, Konechny, and Lindblom. Top line Philly. $13,000 stack combined. I'm telling you, I like these two young wingers that Couturier is skating with, Konechny and Lindblom. They're good, man. I'm telling you, Lindblom is it. I believe that 100%. This cat is a good skater. So my last stack, Couturier, Konechny, Lindblom, Philly, total cost 13k. Boom. There it is. Jared, let's build this lineup and get out of here. Start us off. Where do you want to go?
All right. So what do you want to build for? Let's just tell the folks what we're building for. Are we building for your standard double up? Or are we going for?
No, let's build a tourney lineup. They come
All
here
right,
for the tournament.
All right, they're coming here for the tournament. Let's just get our Toronto exposure. I think that's what everyone's going to want to see. So let's see what we can do with heavy Toronto exposure.
Do you want to start off with Matthews?
Let's start it with Matthews.
All right, awesome. We'll go
Matthews and Mitch Marner at least.
Okay, Matthews, Marner.
And for the purpose of this, we'll leave off Riley.
Fair enough. And since we're doing that, I'm going to throw in my GPP goalie. Actually, I'm not going to do that. I know it's counterproductive. Let me go. Man, we're gonna have to pay up, I think. Yeah. I don't want to pay all the way up. How about you want to go group hour here? Let's go group hour.
I like it. I'm leaning your way too. I can't see Colorado going 0-2.
No. So, what else you want here?
All right, so we're an attorney here. So let's think outside the box here on a game where it's not going to get. Let's go to this Pitt Philly game that you like the Philly. Let's get some guys there because, like you said, I think we're going low ownership if we can grab the right combination there.
Okay. Well, then let's get the value. I think. Let's go Lindblom again. What you want to play Lindblom or do you want to play Farabe?
Yeah, let's go Lindblom there. Take advantage of this one more time that he's going to be right at that 3K before next week when they probably raise him about 36.
Yeah, no doubt, right? Okay, so we got Oscar Lindblom. Let me think here.
So
Centerman.
first thing, do Couturier, Konechny is his line pairings. Let's see if
you know what. Let's go Couturier. How much is he? 5'6", right? Let's see what we can get some value, I think, in a defenseman yet. Plus, we do have quite a few value wingers. So, well, actually, yeah, we do. So, 48.50 left there. We got Matthews, Couturier, Marner, Lindblom, and Grubauer. We need winger, 2 defensemen, utility.
Okay, so we got a lot of chances here.
I have a thought here for a winger. Why don't we go William Nielander in here as well?
I was actually just thinking that, ironically. I mean, it's not the same. You know, the time on ice with the 2 guys we have is limited here, but we're going for goals. You know, and sure. I think that's where we head. Yep.
Yeah, I like that call. So let's get a defenseman here. I'm going to pay down. Let's go down here. You like we got man. Nah,
do we want to go Gustafsson here in that game? Does he keep that point streak? Well, it's not a streak yet, I guess, but 2 points on the first night.
He's cheap, right? 3K?
He's 2,900.
Yeah, let's put him in there. That'll round out that Philly stack for us, I think. So yeah, we have 5,300 now. Now, this was my thought. This is what I was leaning on going here. Because I want to let that utility spot open for everybody. So what do you think if we go with power play of Makar here to pair him up with Grubauer? That'll let 5,200 for a utility, right? If we put Makar in there. We got all kinds of plays, right? Tom Wilson, Backstrom, Burakovsky, Nazim Kadri fits in there. Jakub Vrana is right there at 4,800. We got Sammy Reinhart. Morgan Riley. I mean, they got options with that, Jared. I really do. That's not a bad looking lineup. Could win a tournament with that. You get both those stacks to hit, man. You're so
that's exactly it. And